Grateful believer in Jesus Christ. I have struggled with all sorts of addictions.
The camera's on, Daddy.
And I'll tell you, here until the last 4 months, I never truly surrendered to God. But this time around, it's different. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for God. He had his hand on me from day one. When I was 2 years old, I burnt my house to the ground. God was right there. He had his hedge of protection over me when I was 2. Made it into first grade. Got choked on a quarter. God was right there. I mean, I was rushed out of the school to Mount Vernon. They couldn't do nothing for me at Rock Castle, so they sent me to Lexington. Last thing I remember is being told, hey, you're gonna go into surgery. I come back to, and they said I was the only person they ever had that stood up on the bed when they woke up. God was with me.
Amen.
Make it on a few more years up into 5th, 6th grade, and oh, behold what I find, drugs. I get hooked on pretty much about everything, but I've always been a person that I pretty much had to depend on other people. I was a people person. I had to have other people for me to even be happy. Now I know that I don't have to have those things. Christ has showed me so much. He has changed me in so many ways. Making on up into middle school and high school, and constantly getting in fights, being kicked out of school, and it's mainly drugs, girls, all the things I shouldn't need or think I need, but that's what the old devil puts in our minds. He tells us, hey, this is fun, let's go do this. We think we're having fun, but really we're not. We think it's fun. I get on up, I drop out of high school. By the time I was 20-year-old, I meet my first overdose. Wake up in Rockcastle County Hospital, being told breathe. First thing I think, hey, I am breathing. Talking. They said, well, you wasn't. I mean, I was on a ventilator. I didn't know that. I started jerking stuff off of me. I want to leave. I thought I was okay. I didn't realize I had a problem. Got out of there that day, and what I do? Went straight and got high again. I died again that night. About 4 or 5 more years on up the road, I do the same thing. This time it's on alcohol. I killed 5th alcohol in 30 minutes. Matter of fact, that's in Cromer's Ridge, last time it was ever open. I partially the reason of why. They was tired of people overdosing up there. People was dying left and right. And getting drunk, running into trees. I mean, nobody was being safe, nobody wearing helmets. By the time I'm 23 years old, I'm selling drugs. I get convicted of 2 counts of trafficking in the 2nd degree. In jail in 2006, that's where I truly found Christ the first time. And I let him into my life. He has changed so many things in my life. He brought one of the best women I could have ever had into my life. I was with her 7 years before I ever decided to say, hey, I want to marry you. But my first wife about destroyed me. She kind of made me hate women. So yes, God brought her into my life. She was a blessing to me. But I took for granted her. She ended up with cancer was with stomach cancer. And by September of 2013, good Lord took her home. He didn't take her away from me, but I was mad at him. I thought he did. He didn't prevent it. And I thought she was the best woman I could have ever had. But I did take her for granted. I lost my home, I lost her, and I went on another binge for another decade. Didn't really understand that I had a problem, that I had an addiction. I thought I could control everything I was doing. I had no control. We fast forward up to 2020. Probably been up for a week. I had met another girl. It's the girl I'm with now. Actually, I met her brother right here at Celebrate Recovery here. This is where I started in 2016, this journey. But in 2020, me and her got back on drugs, and I ended up hitting her. I said I'd been up for probably a week, maybe two. Probably, I don't remember how long I slept, or if I had slept. I don't really recall. Everything was kind of blurry. I ended up in jail. I spent 8 days in there. I was let out on ankle monitor. And it lasted about a month and a half, 2 months. Finally got her to go to the county attorney and drop all of that. And lo and behold, I get right back on drugs again. Oh, we're fine, we're fine. Fast forward to 2021, social services called on us, and they told us the only way we could see our children is if we were supervised. Lost the home that we was in by January of 2021. We had to be out of it. Here I am, homeless, separated from my children and my girlfriend. What do I do? I go to rehab. Recovery Works in London. They helped save my life. Best decision I ever made was to go to rehab. I learned all the steps that I needed to make this work. But I also found Christ again. Not that he was lost, I was the one lost. He's never been lost. It's always, I turn my back away from him and I walk away. It's never been him. It's always been me. I've been the problem since day one. Amen. And I've realized this. Went to jail this year back in August. And it wasn't because I was addicted to anything. They put me on so many medications when I was in rehab that I did not need. I found out 2 years ago that I have a thyroid issue that I've not taken care of. And that causes you to have issues with your mind. It was over-medicating me with stuff I did not need. I went to jail because I put my hands on her again. And God broke me this time. Completely wrecked my life. And it's the best thing that ever happened. I lost everything again. No place to live, no car. My children wasn't allowed to come around, and I had no job. Living with my aunt in a place I don't want to be made me miserable. I've been this way for the past 5 months, but I started coming back to Celebrate Recovery. I have buried my nose in that Bible and I have not looked back. Every word in that Bible is truth. He is the way, He is the truth, and He is the life. No one comes to the Father except through Christ. Anybody that struggles, we all know, we cannot do this ourselves. It's him. He lets us get in positions. He don't put us in none. It's us. We put ourselves in those situations. We break our own selves to the point we have nothing left. But sometimes he has to let us get there. We have to be tried through the fire so he can refine us. Just as he refines gold in fire. It knocks out all the impurities. He's taken our impurities away from us. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be alive today. I am so grateful and so thankful for him. I could not do this alone. Christ is everything to me, and I can never turn my back from him ever again. He's got me through all of this, and he's starting to give things, let me have things back in his timing. And it's because I'm truly seeking his face and seeking his heart. Thank you guys for letting me come up here and give my testimony. I hope something I have said that shared, that it helps someone. Thank you guys.
Thank you, brother.